So chip jamming and recutting chips is very common in pockets, for example. Do you have a quick solution for this?
Yes, in pockets the main go-to solution is chip breakers, reducing the chip length, and also through coolant channels, which you can either use with coolant liquid or air blast to remove the chips from your deep pocket. Other solutions will be to reduce your feed rate to prevent the chip to have smaller chip thickness, and also otherwise you can look into your geometry to have a better chip room, so more chip space in your end mill by, for example, reducing the number of flutes in your end mill. So those
also helix angle maybe?
Yes, helix angle. If you have a sharper helix angle, the chips are being pushed upwards, and then especially in close pockets, a sharper helix angle will help you of removing chips, but you need to make sure that your tool setup is done properly to prevent tool pull out.
So how do I handle chip jamming when shoulder milling?
So chip jamming is most likely to occur in operations such as full slotting, machining deep cavities, or pocket milling, where chip evacuation can be more difficult.
So what's your advice to avoid it?
To reduce the risk of chip jamming, I would once again recommend to use a normal pitch cutter. It provides more chip space compared to a closed pitch milling cutter. And I would also suggest use air to evacuate the chips, or even high coolant flow to evacuate chips more effectively. And preferable internal coolant also in the machine if that's available. Another solution is once again to use chip splitter inserts, as they cuts the chips into smaller, more manageable pieces that are easier to evacuate. Another idea we can think about is to change the tool path strategy. So use conventional milling could sometimes be preferable in deep cavities to avoid chip jamming.
That's interesting. That's a good tip.